Hello, everybody. All right, here we are. We are already on week 7 of my weekly Google Hangout. So thank you all to those who are joining me live tonight. And for those of you who can't and are going to be watching this via the playback, thank you to you as well. As always, I do these mainly for sharing ideas and networking with all of you, because I think that that's how we all find what works best for our Scentsy business. As I've said before, I'll say it again, I'll probably say it like 55 more times. Something that works really well for one person is not going to be the generic standard for everybody else. So find the things that work for you. Find the things that work best for your customers and your business. And once you find that magical piece of the pie, you need to recreate that pie, okay? And you need to expand upon the parts of that pie that make it so successful for you. Those are my tips. Because when I started, I found that I was trying to mimic what other people were doing that was working really well for them and their business, but it just didn't click in mine. And so I was lost for a long time trying to figure out, is this for me? Is this not for me? Obviously, I'm just not doing something right. And that wasn't it. It wasn't the piece of the pie that was mine. So you have to find that piece, you have to stick with it, and you have to be consistent. That is another big thing that I have found with working my Scentsy business, is staying consistent. As you guys probably know, as consumers, like we are, when we see a commercial or an ad on TV, or even maybe an email that you get, on your phone or something like that, if you see something on a continuous basis, those images are going to keep replaying back in your mind, and those are the things that are going to stand out for you. So what I encourage all of you to do is to be the consistency factor with your audience and your customer base, because again, you're reminding them you are their Scentsy person. So make sure that you're being consistent, whether that's with your posting on social media, whether that's in person, via email, however it is that you communicate best with your customers and your potential customers and your potential team members. Do that and be real, be genuine, and trust me, you will find success in that. Very quickly, I'm going to do the housekeeping that I do every week. I know, but I got to get it out of the way. Obviously, I'm Jacqui Duran. I am a independent Scentsy consultant, and I like to share my ideas again and network with all of you. One of those ways is to do these weekly Google Hangouts. I like them because they are live. I'm able to chat with all of you. There should be somewhere on your screen. On my screen, it looks like it's over here. If you're joining me live, there should be a chat bar for you. So feel free to shout things out if you need me to repeat anything, if you can't see anything clearly, because I don't have the best web camera in the world. So if something comes out a little fuzzy or anything like that, don't hesitate to shout it out, or message me afterwards, or Facebook me, whatever you want to do. I'll be more than happy to share anything that I'm sharing here. Obviously, I'm sharing, so you're not going to hurt my feelings if you say, hey, can I borrow that? Or hey, can you send me that? Whatever it is that we're talking about. So don't hesitate there. If you're watching playback, that I know some of you do, and you guys are leaving your comments and things, I love when you guys leave your comments, because that really helps me to kind of know what you're looking for and what is going to be helpful to you. So thank you to those of you who have reached out to me. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you guys taking time out of your busy schedule and lives and days to focus on your business and work your business. You're not doing it for anybody but yourself, honestly. So kudos to you. If nobody else is going to give you kudos, Jacqui's going to give you kudos. So kudos to you. Scentsy does not pay me to do training videos, so this is not a Scentsy corporate training video by any means, obviously. It'd be fancier, it'd be better lighting, a lot better graphics probably, who knows. So again, this is me sharing ideas and tips and what works. Your sponsor should always be your direct contact. If you have a direct training question or specific question specific to you, if you can't get a hold of your sponsor, of course your director, and then follow that chain up the line, your star director, your superstar director. If you can't get any of those people to help you out with something specific, and you just are really needing help or guidance or whatever it is, you guys know that you can always reach out to consultant support. The phone number is listed in your new consultant training, or I don't even think it's called a training guide anymore, or consultant guide, whatever fancy name that it's called now that comes in your starter kits. When I joined, I think it was just like your starter guide or something. The phone number is in there. It is on your workstation. When you log into your workstation, you'll be able to find it there. You can always submit a question via the support tab in your workstation. So don't hesitate to do that. In fact, you know what, while we're on the subject, let's just look at it real quick in case none of you have ever utilized that concept. Just very quickly before I screen share with you, I will tell you that if you're looking for an immediate answer, then using the support tab on your workstation is not going to be the best means. The best means is obviously going to pick up the phone and make that phone call. Look at me using this like anybody knows what this means anymore. Sorry. Pick up your phone and make that phone call to consultant support. You're obviously, you may wait on hold some days because some days are higher call volume than others, but you are going to get that immediate answer rather than putting in a support ticket and waiting for somebody to answer that support ticket for you. So just heads up there. So quickly, let's just screenshot it while we're talking about it right here now. So, or screenshot it, screen share it. Let's screen share it. Let's see. I feel like I need a theme song when I do this. Okay. Yep, that's what I want to do. Okay. Let's see here. All right. I'll pull up my workstation, and hopefully y'all are seeing this. I hope. Okay. Okay, support tab. Sorry. Squirrel, forgot what I was doing. Okay, so you see up here on your workstation home, again, this is the PC version, so this is the full version. It's going to look a little bit different if you're on mobile. But over here on your support tab, you can click on that. And as soon as that comes up, this is where you can actually submit a ticket. So I could filter. These are obviously previous tickets that I have submitted. You can see the statuses are all resolved. Thank goodness. It's been quite a while since I've had to do one. But when you need to do one, you just come over here to start a support ticket. Click there. Obviously, you can select your brand. I am currently just enrolled in Scentsy. If I were enrolled in Velada, when I did the drop down, it would actually show me Velada there as well. So if I had a Velada related question, I could pose it there and select my brand. Then, of course, I can select a category, and you want to try and be as specific as possible because kind of like how it is with tech support, if you guys, most of us have in this day and age, have had to deal with tech support of some form or another. You want to try and be as specific as possible to get your question answered. So try and make sure that you are sticking to the subject at hand, whether that's just a straight compliance, you have a question about commissions, a Scent Academy, something that happened or something that's available in the Scentsy Family Store, anything like that. If you're ever having trouble with any of your subscriptions like Scent of the Month, Warmer of the Month, even just your website, your PWS subscription. You'd pick a category, of course, type in your subject, trying to be specific as possible, stick to the point. And then, of course, down here is when you would type in your actual question or issue that's at hand. Once you're done there, hit create ticket. It will create a ticket. And then what's going to happen is it's going to go into a work queue for whoever out there in the lovely world of Scentsy Corporate is picking up the support tickets that day. So here we are. Oh, we're back. It's magic. Okay. All right. So that was a lot of housekeeping all in one. Look at that. It was like a bargain bonus buy right there. Okay. So this week, I was trying to think of something really fun to do. We've been doing some fun topics the last couple of weeks on these Google Hangouts. Last week we did samples, which was amazingly, fabulously fun. I love doing samples. Love doing samples. It's a little harder when it's like this, but you know, hey, anything's possible. I have a team member out of state, so you know, this is how sometimes you got to communicate, and sometimes that's the best way to do it. So why not use technology? We've got it. Let's use it. Let's take advantage of it. So again, today, like I said, last week we talked about Scentsy samples. We've talked about organizing your business. We've talked about transition month, which is what we're literally smack dab in the middle of. It is what, the 17th today? So we're fairly close to reaching the end of the month. So we are still in the middle of transition month. It can be a very hectic time. I know it can be for me. So I thought a fun thing to do would be to talk about borrow bags. Borrow bag. I have done this for quite some time now, not on a regular basis, but every so often it does happen that I come across somebody who completely has no idea what Scentsy is. Never heard of it, never seen it, never anything. And when I'm actually at work, at my day job, I will have, sometimes I've got like a pouch party or things like that out on my desk because I do have a lot of customers who I work with. And so a lot of times, you know, that's how I'm able to, whether it's dropping off a pouch party or picking up a pouch party, you know, delivering orders, things like that. So there are some times where I actually have some things on my desk. And it's really, really funny because I always know the people who are curious as to what I've got, but have no idea what I've got, because I'll see like my pouch party sitting on my desk. And I'm going to show you here, just to give you an example, like my pouch party will have like some testers in it sitting there. The number one question I always get asked is, are those lip balms? No. Take off the lid and smell one. And I make them smell. And then they go, ooh. And so it never ceases to amaze me that as popular as I believe that Scentsy has become, just within the last 3 years that I have been a consultant, Scentsy is becoming a widely recognized logo, icon, whatever you want to call it. So it's getting more mainstream. People are getting more familiar with that, just like they are with the other direct selling brands that are out there and companies. So I think that's something to really be proud of, honestly. Obviously, I'm proud of our company as a whole for what they stand for and how they treat us and our customers and take care of all of us, and in the middle of all the craziness, and still give us these amazing incentive vacations and trips and bonuses and things to work towards and things like that. But it's really, really cool to be able to talk to people who, again, maybe I've never sold to them, maybe I've never even talked to them about Scentsy, but they'll either, maybe I'm wearing a shirt or carrying a bag, whatever it is, and like, oh, Scentsy. Yes, I love it when people recognize Scentsy. I love it. So anyway, like I said, I've kind of been doing this for a while, since I kind of started. When I would come across people who had not experienced Scentsy before and really didn't have too much of an idea of what it was. I didn't really have an official name for it. I didn't know what to call it. I just thought it was me being friendly, which it was, but I didn't really have an official name for it. But now we are calling these borrow bags. What is a borrow bag, may you ask? Well, let me enlighten you. A borrow bag is something when you happen to come across one of those people who either, again, they've seen that you're branded in some way, whether it's your car, whether it's yourself, whether you're carrying a pouch, or it just comes up in conversation and you're talking about Scentsy, and they say, oh my gosh, I have heard of that, but I don't really know what it is. Yes, love it. I love meeting those people. I want to meet more of those people. Show me where those people live, and I will go hang out in their neighborhood. I'm not going to stalk them, but I am going to hang out in their neighborhood because, again, I want them to see me and go, oh, hey, that's the Scentsy gal. Anyway, so I'm going to show you currently my borrow bag. Right now, and I honestly, because I didn't check the Scentsy family store today. Yesterday, I know for sure. They were available. For those of you who have or are going to be attending Spring Sprint, coming to a location near you, if you have or are going to be attending one of those, you are actually getting a Scentsy kit. It's a really fun business kit that is coming along with your registration. And I believe, and because I didn't go to the local Spring Sprint by me, I know, hanging my head in shame. It was a big old mess. I'm not going to get into it. It makes me depressed. But they offered for everybody, I think it was starting yesterday. Again, I haven't checked today to see if they're still available, but they have a Spring Sprint kit, I think is the official name. I don't know if that's the official name, but it sounds official to me. But for the low price of $25, I was able to get the kit that everybody who registered for Spring Sprint was able to get. And I thought it was really totally worth the $25 because there's a ton of stuff in there. And there's a lot of business materials that's coming in this kit. And I've been stocking my workstation today. It's not shipped yet, but I'm stocking it, waiting for it to ship. But in there actually comes a bag that says borrow bag on the front of it. It's ingenious. But until then, what I currently am using are the what are they called now? Find it in the Scentsy family store. They have newer ones too, which I also have ordered. I think those come Thursday. I'm so excited to get the new bags. A new bag. Why is that exciting to me? It's just as exciting as getting a Scentsy order to me for some reason. I like bags. So they have like a new logo, but anyway, they're like tote bags. You can deliver party orders in them. You can do whatever you want with them. However, currently I'm using 2 of mine as borrow bags. So I currently have 2 borrow bags set up and ready to go. So I probably totally got off topic here. What is a borrow bag, you may ask? I totally need to write an agenda for these. I apologize. A borrow bag is when you meet somebody who, again, is not familiar with Scentsy, maybe kind of has heard of it, has obviously never tried it, you want to be able to give them the experience of Scentsy. And what is a better way to experience Scentsy than to actually experience Scentsy? I will share with you guys, when I was asked to host a party, a Scentsy party, a little over 3 years ago. Yeah. By my girlfriend, and she'd sort of fairly recently started selling it. I don't know how recently, but it was pretty early on in her Scentsy career as well. She's not my director. But lovely Katie asked me if I wanted to host a Scentsy party. And I, again, had heard the name Scentsy, didn't really know. I'd never seen a catalog, I can tell you that for sure. Had some sort of an idea that it had to do with candles, but that's about the extent of my knowledge of Scentsy. I didn't know much else. But I was all up for a party, and I said yes, because I wanted to not only support her in her new business adventure, but I like candles. So I hosted a party. And so when she came and she set everything up, if you guys have heard my story, I apologize. When she came and set everything up, I was just like, oh my gosh, wow. Okay, so this is what it is. It's like warmers, and you use a light bulb, and oh, cool. Okay, because I hate tea lights. I love my candles. And I still have like these wall hangings, things like that have candles on them that honestly, they only get lit in case of power outage. That's the only time they ever get lit. Because always my big thing was with all my candles that I love to death was the fact that it was an open flame, and I was always so nervous that either it was going to fall off the mantle on the fireplace, or it was going to get knocked over, or I was going to forget to blow it out, or I don't know. I've had some candles crack before. I don't know, just a worry wart. And so when I saw the actual concept of Scentsy, that it was a warmer, that you put a light bulb in it, and you could turn it on, and you just simply put some wax in the top, and then you could experience the scent. And then when you couldn't smell the scent anymore, you just dumped that out and added new wax. And I just thought, wow, well, that's kind of cool. And so with my party that I hosted, of course, she was offering me to join, and I was like, first of all, I didn't know too much about the product anyway. I didn't really know too much about it, and I don't know. I was on the fence. I was on the fencer for like 3 or 4 months. But when I got my actual order in, because I used my host rewards, and I had gotten one of the Scentsy systems. Can't tell you which one right now. Probably one of the premiums, because I remember the warmer I got was my Jane warmer, which is still in my kitchen. And I got my Scents. And I was just so incredibly impressed with the ease of it, because I literally took the warmer out of the box. The light bulb came with it. I screwed it in, put it on my table, plugged it into the wall. I flipped the switch. I took one of the bars that I had gotten, and I took 2 cubes out of the bar, and I put it in the dish. And then in like 5 minutes, I was like, OMG, this smells flipping amazing. And that was it. That was all she wrote. That is all I had to do. And I was completely addicted to Scentsy. I loved it. I loved everything about it. I loved the ease of it. I loved the smells. I loved the variety of scents. I loved the variety of warmers. I was already sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, I need to get one of these for the bathroom, and I need one for the bedroom upstairs. And I had all these ideas in my head. Heck, I hadn't even joined. I hadn't even thought about joining. But that's what it took for me, was to experience it by myself for the first time, and I fell in love. I've said it over and over again. Scentsy sells itself. So why not, if someone has not heard of Scentsy, offer them a borrow bag? So that is exactly what you are doing. You are going to allow someone, for what I do is for 1 week, I give them my borrow bag. I'm going to show you what's in my borrow bag here. Okay. In my borrow bag. Now, we kind of talked over the last couple of weeks about presentation. I think presentation has a lot to do with a lot of things. I'm a very visual person. So if you make something look visually appealing to me, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to like it even more just because it's visually appealing. So I still kind of dress up my bag here with some tissue paper, but omit the tissue paper and we'll get down to the goods here. Okay. In fact, let me just take it out. Okay. I'm going to show you, hopefully without like totally spilling everything out of here. Hopefully. This is what's in my borrow bag. Okay. So what do we have? At the very top, we've got a Scentsy sample, right? We talked about samples last week. We love our samples. Okay, but the main piece is what you want to do is you want to take one of the warmers that you personally have. This does not have to be a brand new warmer. Okay, you're not giving this to somebody. You're not selling this to somebody. You are simply letting them borrow a warmer. Now, as a consultant, you probably have more than one warmer. Probably. If you're newer, you may still only have the one warmer that came in your kit. Don't fret, you will get more. But if you do only truly have one warmer, part with it for 1 week, just 1 week. I know it's like parting with a child, but part with it for 1 week and it will repay you. Trust me, it will repay you. So I kind of switch out some of my personal warmers. But the one that I currently have, and because in my other borrow bag is actually a plug-in. So you can do an option. I kind of prefer to do, I've had better luck when I actually do a true, like full-size warmer. But just me. Again, doesn't mean it works for everybody. All right, so I have chosen I don't want to drop my whole bag. I have chosen the Chevron Black warmer. Chevron Black warmer. So that's what they're going to actually try. Okay, so I've done that. Then what I've done, because the whole concept of Scentsy is using it, right? And so because I'm letting someone borrow for 1 week, I give them a minimum, and sorry, I'm a Scentsy addict, you guys know this. You can make up samples if you'd like. Because I'm an addict and because I have this odd compulsion with saving the very last cube of a scent that I love. I don't know why. See? Sorry, I don't know why I do it. But I actually have 4 different bars. You can kind of play it by ear, what samples you want to give them. But you can see all these bars, they just have, like that one's got Lucky and Love, so that's got 1 cube. Beach, there's 2 cubes left in that. This is Nashi Nectar. There's 1 bar left, or 1 cube left in that. And then this is Vanilla Bean Buttercream, and there's actually 4 cubes left in this one. So that one will hopefully be used more than just once. But my point is to give them a nice little sampling of different scents, because just because a scent I happen to love doesn't mean that everybody's going to love it. So I try and mix it up a little bit. And I will usually ask them prior to giving them the borrow bag, maybe what scents appeal to them. Are you more of a foodie scent person? Do you like things that really smell sweet and things like that? Then obviously like Vanilla Bean Buttercream is going to be one that they're going to be just dying for. It's going to be amazing for them. If they're more fruity, the Nashi Nectar is going to be great. If they're looking for a little relaxation, Beach is going to be really good. And Lucky and Love, well, it's Lucky and Love, and it's flipping awesome. So I think every girl should try Lucky and Love if they have not. It reminds me of one of the Victoria's Secret scents. So, and also the one other thing, and I've shown you guys this before when I do like my tote parties, but I will always include some sort of a layers product, and it's usually a sample. What I do is for my personal use, I will usually use the perpetual rewards from a party, and that is how I get my Scentsy. So I'll host my own party, and then I will use the perpetual reward or the host rewards in and of themselves. And that's how I get my Scentsy, either using the product credits from the party, like a host, or using the perpetual reward if it isn't claimed on a party. And so for my personal use, what I do is I actually, because I use Scentsy and all the Scentsy products, I will get the washer with tub. And so what I will do with that is I actually save the washer with regular size containers, and then I'll put, hopefully you can see that, there's about enough washer whiffs in there. See, it's filled up to like what, right there. I will put enough of those in there for a sample load. So then that way they can at least try it. Well, hopefully they'll try it. And Sunkissed Citrus is a huge seller in washer whiffs for me. So that's one that I totally will give out all the time. So tip, don't throw away your old containers. Buy the tubs and use these in your tote parties or your borrow bags or whatever, and put enough for a sample in there. It's really, really great because it shows them the actual product packaging and all the ingredients on the back. So if they're one of those people who really just need to know what the ingredients are, I don't have to tell them or refer them anywhere. It's right there on the package. But you could certainly throw in, if I don't have those on hand, or if it's somebody who I know is more of like a Bath and Body person, I'll throw in a body lotion or something like that. The two other things that I have in here are, I have a folder, and you guys know my web camera isn't the greatest. For some reason, it seems to show better on the side. It says discover. I've just written this, okay? So it's not fancy. It's not market worthy by any means. There are actual Scentsy folders that you can buy. I just have not bought them. So I use folders, and then I just write on them. And so I wrote Discover Scentsy, warm, enjoy, share, repeat, because that's my slogan, right? And it says right there on the front of my little chalkboard sticker, it says Jacqui's Scentsy Borrow Bag. And inside this folder is where I kind of have everything laid out. Okay, so I've got my business card with my info. I have a join brochure. I have a couple monthly special flyers. Now we are in transition month, guys. So these currently are made up for transition month. So you will see that I have on this side, this is where I normally put the catalog and things like that. But on this side, I actually have two catalogs because we still have our current catalog. And so on the front is a little post-it, excuse me, and it says only available through February 28th. So that is a reminder to them. And I will do a little bit of coaching when I drop it off to let them know that everything that's in this catalog is only going to be available till February 28th. And the majority of it is 10% off. Then I've also, as a special bonus to the people who are getting my borrow bag, is one of the brand new catalogs. And then of course there's a little poster on the front that says brand new, available starting March 1st. So it shows it there. I've also thrown in some order forms, some product lists. And then on the bottom here, if you can see it, trying to get it, sorry, to where you can see it. And it says my favorite scents are, and I've kind of written out lines 1 through 5. And what that is because I want them to interact. When I get this back, I want to be able to see what they thought interests them the most, right? I want to get feedback because not only my hope is that they're going to use this warmer for a week, they're going to warm some of these scents, and they're going to go, oh my gosh, I completely fell in love with beach. I want more like this. Or I really liked beach, but my husband, oh my gosh, he loved vanilla bean buttercream. So things like that will give me an idea of what they're looking for. So again, the hope is to make them a not only a customer, but possibly a new recruit. And so those are really good ideas to have. And we'll touch more on base with that next week when we talk about follow-up with our customers. But those are small ways that you can get an idea of things that your customers like or are interested in. And then the very last thing that I have in my borrow bag is a pouch party. Why do I have a pouch party in my borrow bag? You guys know by now. The point is, again, is to build this into a brand new customer, right? I want this person who is borrowing my warmer and this bag for a week to try it. When I meet back up with them in 1 week, and then they say, oh my gosh, I loved it, what am I going to say? Hey, there's a pouch party on there. Do you want to go ahead and host a party? And you can earn a warmer either free in product credit or at half price, and you can start out your Scentsy collection without spending a whole lot of money. I've already got the pouch party ready to go for them. Maybe 2 days into borrowing all of this, they've already made that decision, and you've had a chance to follow up with them. I usually follow up on day 2, and then I will follow up at the end of the week. Sometimes day 3, depends. But I will just do a quick touch base, whether that's a text, an email, or just a message on Facebook. You know, hey, have you tried the warmer yet? What do you think? Do you like any of those scents? Just a quick little check-in. That's all I'm doing. And if I get a response back that is completely like, oh, OMG, I love it, then I'm going to tell them, well, hey, there's a pouch party in there. Go ahead and start passing that around, collect some orders, and let's see how far you get by the time that we meet back up at the end of the week. And, you know, and then, of course, go into your host coaching with that. So now I've kind of done all of this in one, basically. So there is, again, that is the whole concept of the borrow bag. It's a pretty simple concept, but like we said, the best way for somebody to experience Scentsy is to try it. We are in the wax business, guys. And the way that people fall in love with wax, it's to warm it. It's to smell it. And it's to get their hands on the product and really, really try it and fall in love with it. Because if any of you are anything like me, then that is why you are either a consultant, or if not, that's why you're watching this video, because you, my dears, are sitting on the fence thinking about being a consultant. So that's the beauty of Scentsy, being able to share it, enjoy it, and repeat. So there you go. There's borrow bags. There's our topic for the week. Check in the chat bar. Hello. All right, I'm not seeing any questions at the moment, but if you guys do have questions, remember you can contact me at any time. I am always willing to answer your questions if you happen to have them. I'm opening up a quick Q&A if you do have something that you wanted to put in there. Yeah. Yes. So anyway, you guys know how to get a hold of me. Get a hold of your sponsor, your director, if you've got those direct trading questions. And I hope this was helpful to you guys. And I want you guys to create a borrow bag and get it out there and get it circulating, and try and get it to somebody who you probably wouldn't have talked to before. There's probably the times that I've offered a borrow bag, I have yet to have someone say no. So not to say that you will never have someone say no, because it's going to happen, but it's not the end of the world. You're not offering anything to them. There's no commitment required. They do not, doesn't mean that if they borrow this bag, they then have to buy something from you. So don't let them think that that's what it's all about. It is simply there for them to try and actually use the product and see if they actually like it as much as you actually like it. So hope that helps. We're going to be talking next week. These weekly Google Hangouts are every Tuesday at 9:15 Central Standard Time. I know I've gone a little bit over tonight, and I completely apologize, because I really try and stay on task for you guys, because I know that those of you who are watching live, you've got lives too, just like I do. So I apologize for going over time today. but I wanted to talk about that. I was probably a little bit wordy, so again, I'm so sorry. I promise to not be wordy next week, and I will stick to our 30-minute time slot. So, but next week we're going to be talking about follow-up with our customers. So hope that helps you. If you have any questions in the meantime, don't hesitate to let me know. Talk to y'all soon. Have a great rest of your week.